Tanks, he is the hero. Yevny, oh dear, showing the back to Ambition. Oh no, he received a shot, now he's a one shot. Oh dear, Yevny, can he survive? It's the $1 million question now, can he survive? He raced. Oh my god, oh no, he fell out, whoopsie, he fell out, no! Oh no!
Good evening. It has been a really long time, but don't fear because I'm back. I'll be following the community tournament Veil 4 vs 4 tournament. It will be held in 2 days, but 2 really grueling days. Today is actually going to be the shortest stream, but by no means it's going to be a short one. It's going to last for like 2 hours or so. But tomorrow will last for like 3 hours and so. So sit tight, and those matches will begin like consecutively. They will start pretty much right after one another. So I don't think there will be any breaks. Tonight, if things go according to plan, I believe the matches will be played the best of 3 series. So whichever team wins the first 2 matches will win the fixture. So and the next fixture will start in 25 minutes. So that's not going to be a lot of time for breaks and so on. But it will be nice. Tonight I'll be following Group 2. It will be Invalid. I'll be following Invalid's team. That is pretty much Jones' team. So we're in for some really great performances from them, but I don't think tonight's going to be the most. It's not going to be the most nerve-wracking night. Things will start heating up tomorrow, but only 3 teams from this from each group will advance to the next round. So chances are high in each group. There are 8 teams in each group, and oh my god, the volume is so loud. I have to talk with the volume. Oh my god, it's kind of blasting through. So let's actually switch. I hope I got everything done, but I have to talk with the volume because suddenly it has become really loud. It's just blasting through my ears. I apologize. Please, But that's a problem when you haven't played the game for like a month. I don't know. Wargaming seems to reset everything now, and I'm loading it really late. Not sure if it's lagging really badly or not. I mean, I had trouble getting the stream up first, so I do hope now the stream is working fine. Yeah, the game is not loading in. I'm still waiting here. I'm still waiting here in the loading screen. God knows whether I will actually be loaded into the game and we will be seeing some matches. I don't know. We're still not in. I have no idea. Wow, it sounds so. It's really loud. Let me get. Where is the volume? Okay, that's a bit better now, I think. Don't know. The mouse sensitivity is not that high, if I remember correctly. I apologize. Let's head up high. The spectator controls are still right, but already we are seeing a push from Almari going to get the Winter Soldier out. It's going to be a big tussle between two T100 LTs, but it seems Almari is going to win the fight here. I think Almari is also known as someone from North, previously from, I think also from Jones. Was it from Loki? I forgot. Japanese now down, so it's now going to be a 4 vs 2. We're looking likely to see the first win for the Invalid's team, which is going to be the red team here. 5K is going to be the other team. Whoopsie could die if either one of these M60 is going to land the shell, and we're going to be seeing Object 3. Big HE shell, I suppose, aimed to the backside of Acer. I don't know how to pronounce it now, I'm sorry. But Mary's actually down, not whoopsie though. It's going to be killed though. But it's going to be only a consolation prize, and while we haven't really followed a majority of this match, it's going to go in the victory of Jones or the Invalid's team. I mean, let's see the damage here, but the game is okay. I think it just took a really long time to get everything loaded in. But as you can see here, really good damage spread from Invalid's team. Unfortunately, 5K suffered a player doing 0 damage, which is going to be that 268. Very interesting choice. Not really in the meta though. 7-star would prove me otherwise. Probably. But this is what it is. It's going to be 1-0 for the Invalid team, so we're here. I'm just going to see if the chat, there's anything in the chat. I'm going to just get there we go. Get the YouTube up. And let's see. I'm just hoping. It's going to load a lot quicker this time. And I have to play this ad. Until... Great! And this time we have loaded in a bit more quickly. But it seems the graphics are a lot better than before. For some reason. And then maybe this is the reason why I'm loading in really late. But it seems it's not lagging too much. It's not suffering too much. I'm sure the viewers would be very happy about this quality increase. This quality rise is going to be really good, because previously I just put everything down because of the problem with lag and jittering. But already we see the Winter being killed by Jones. Jones just marching straight into the forces of 5K, and they're looking for opportunities at 8 nicks, and 5K looking a little bit unconsolidated at the moment. Big shot from Oopsie into the Japanese, and very quickly Japanese now dead, and because this is a best of 5, we are going to be seeing Jones going into the next round. We'll wait for around like 20 minutes or so, essentially. But this is surely going to be Invalid's game until something weird happens. But I don't think anything weird will happen. Is it not? I don't know. Repsy is now dead, and we are now down to only Acere Jetu. I just really don't know. So I apologize profusely in advance for butchering a name, but it will be fantastic getting that kill out. I hope you can hear me nice and clear. And there we go. It's a brilliant victory from Jones or Invalid's team. And unfortunately, it's not the end of the road for 5K yet. They still have another chance. This is a double elimination format, 8-team double elimination format. So this means you have to lose 2 fixtures at least, unless you're in the grand final. Then things will be a bit different in order to be knocked out of the tournament. Just huge congratulations to Jones now, or Invalids, and we're going to be following them in the upper bracket, second round. Yeah, I think we still have a lot of time. Probably we can play a few matches, is it right? I do hope we have more people watching, but it doesn't matter really. I think a lot of people will be wondering. We'll look at the rooms. We'll look at the results later. First, let's brief you what's going to happen in the next few weeks. We'll be starting the spring season, or the spring games as Wargaming called it. There will be no monetary prizes for the first time in years. That is, I mean, you pretty much know why at this point. I think it's pretty much news now what is going on at the moment in the world, which I do feel empathetic and really sorry for people suffering from the from the consequences of the war. But that is potentially, potentially the reason behind the lack of monetary prizes, but that's just a speculation though. But I digress. Spring games, and it's really understandable that they are not doing any monetary prizes, which in compensation they're going to give out 2 tier 10 tanks for the top 2. The champion will get the AMX M4, the tier 10 AMX M4, which is for me not a really good tank. The second place, that tank is a lot more convincing. That's the VK90.01p, and that is being used in tournaments from time to time. So I think that is pretty much Wargaming not really knowing the tier 10 meta. But good thing is the champion, each player, I have to emphasize, each player will get 200,000 gold. Okay, it's not divided between the teams, so it's going to be that each player will get 200,000 gold. And that's a lot of gold. Bear in mind that that's a lot of gold. If we go to the let's see the store at the moment. I'm going to show you the price of a badger. That's only 220,000 gold. So we are talking about 200,000 gold. You can buy 10 badges with this with this amount of gold. Well, if you draw some crates, maybe you'll get a few tier 10s. But 200,000 gold is it's really good. But that's only for the players that play this game a lot. If you don't play this game a lot, those e-game prizes would not matter much for you. But this is, I think it's a good alternative for the tournament without the monetary prizes, which is really understandable. But yeah, the spring games will be here. The registration will start tomorrow. And there is a lead-up tournament, which is the new maps tournament. And let's say the results. Group 1, we have Jones winning that group. Just to play off. Yeah. Yeah, there's only one group, but that's not a lot of that's lots of groups, but not a lot of teams. But 87 teams for a lead-up tournament is really not ideal. You would expect a lot more than that, especially when this is a non-clan tournament and this is a mixed tournament. In theory, this is season coins, pretty much, and you would expect a lot more teams than that. This is very unfortunate. Let's continue to see We have Cash winning that group here. Group 3, we have Raid. Raid is back, definitely. Raid will not quit after a shocker in the Money Blaster. And Octopus is back. They got first, which is really good, beating ESA. The really old legendary clan is back. But they lost to Octopus, which is a really new clan. We first saw them in the summer season last year, and they didn't come close at all in the top 16, I think. Sparta is back. I hope they do well this season, but we will see about this season. SNRG are pretty much new, a new clan, but I'm not sure about the players. The players might not be new. They might have played one another for quite some time. Send is the second. It's second in that group. Argo, a Czech team, finished first in Group 7, and then Group 8, Omni. I think this is pretty much. Would not be good to call them pop team. They are better than a typical pop team, but they're by no means like top 16 regulars. So they've knocked out TRNMT. I don't think that's the main team though, because it's completely different, roster. And I just think Wargaming should rename that 4th player. That is really not nice at all. And then Group 9, we have Zenith. Quite a mix of players there, some 40-something% players. Yeah, in Group 10 we have this server is EU server. I have to remind you, Prof won this on the Group 10. Oh, this is pretty much the 5K we saw earlier. They got 3rd in Group 10. Group 11, PLPF, winning against Corp P. Group 12, this is a team, pretty much a mixed team, and they actually won their group. Quite surprising, to be honest with you. And then CR topped Group 13. BPPL topped Group 14. Group 15, we have 4 more which won the group. I don't recognize a lot of clans here. And Tink winning Group 16. Group 17, we have WH1D3. I mean, look at this win rate. You wouldn't expect them to go that far, but they actually won a group. And actually saying this is not strongest to weakest principle. This is actually not strongest to weakest principle. This is actually the draw a few years ago, as we see Group 1 being the strongest group strongest group of teams there, and then as we go down the groups, they contain less competent competent teams. So actually Jones won a Group 1, but in the same group we also have BPS. So BPS is officially back. We expect them to do really well in spring games, obviously. And then we have ASN, which is also a decent team by the roster. It looks pretty good, but I think they are relatively new, and I think the players are also relatively new, so I'm not sure how they will perform, but that's going to be interesting to watch. And Illum, a team that I don't recognize at all. Maybe a few players from First Alliance, no, so not First Alliance. I think some of them were like IV. I don't know, a Russian team. Maybe some of them from Nemo. I have no idea. But they actually got knocked out by Jones, just barely losing 1-2. So this is actually not a bad team. The Group 2 we have Cash. We also W2B. Clan to watch out for. They're constantly improving. They might be one to watch out for this spring game. So they could earn up in second league, Division 2. I think we can call it. The Shadow in Group 3. Group 4 we have SYS. which finished 4th in the end. Raid, for some reason, is in this group. Maybe because they got an easier group with the 55% play there. ASP in the second place, and Phoenix in 3rd, which is a bit surprising for me. And then finally we have Immortals in 4th. Alright, so I think we will see some big clans not playing this season, probably because of the lack of monetary prices. But it does seem like there are preparations going on for BPS and Jones. We will expect these two teams to be back this spring games, and then we also have Raid. Raid is also a clan to watch out for. And then Immortals, obviously, Serenity. I think both of them will be back potentially. Not sure about Endgame this season. And First Alliance definitely will be looking to get back. But I'm not sure if they're going to be playing in with. I think they're going to play with their full force in the qualification stage. But then after that, I think the rule is back with the 4 players, only maximum of 2. It probably will field a weaker team potentially. I don't know, probably not. Don't know what is their plan there. But I do really like to see really strong first lines. They are exciting to watch last season. And then Loka has disbanded pretty much. Some players have gone to APA, and I think some have gone to, I'm not sure, yeah, some have gone to Jones as well. So APA is going to be a lot stronger this time round. I don't think they will be looking to, and I think I'll have to go to a different room, so bear with me for a moment. At the same time, we still have a bit of time, and we will go to a different room. I think I'm being pinged right now. Maybe I've said something wrong. And it should be Tasking Killer. Right, so let me just actually, you know what? Let me change this to the screen. Well, we'll show the results while we breathe. And yeah. Okay, so the scoreline is as follows. I'm just going to change the scoreboard here. It's going to be VE1L Baguette as the team facing next. Okay. Alright, so this is the bracket for our group. We're going to start really soon, so I'm going to go to Tasking Killer's room quickly. There are a lot of rooms. There are loads and loads of rooms. I just have to find Tasking Killer. Hello there, you're here. Good, I'm here. Good, I'm in the room now. Let's actually go through. So there are 4 groups here, 4 groups of 8, but there are only 29 teams tonight. So, okay, the results, we have Invalids 2-0. Actually, I can only view, I can't add it in the scoreline, but it's going to be a 2-0 win for Invalids. VE1L 2-0 against this team. I can't pronounce that, sorry. Push and Run on 2-0. And yeah, it seems Kaiser is going to qualify to the next round because they will not be facing anyone. There is only Wigo Canigo, and they were through to next round. That means Kaiser will move to here. Okay, we'll move to this bracket, while 5K will face this team. I'm not sure. I don't see team name there, so I presume they didn't show up at all. So that could mean 5K is going to qualify to this bracket here. We might follow either one of them. I believe I'm going to be following. I don't know. Yeah, not assigned to this one. I'm assigned to this room, so I'm pretty much following the bracket of the upper bracket, and then through the bracket to the grand final. That's what I'm going to be following here. And then we look at Group 1. Group 1 we have Suns will be facing will be going to the upper bracket first round, the upper bracket second round. Not sure what happened there. I think we have a winner, but it seems it's not been updated. Nanotechnology will qualify to next round, and then we have Sinner going to next round as well. It's not being updated at the moment. I really need to tag the organizers to update that. Next level is going next. It's going to next round. Win is back to next round. Win is also 90s. Watch out for. They got knocked out unfortunately by Sparta in the second round in the money blaster tournament. But this time it's going to be different. There are 4 chances for qualifying tournaments, so I could see Win going to top 16 this time for sure. Resurrection is going to go to the next round, and so is Bots, and we do have a match going on in the lower bracket first round. And finally Group 4. Group 4 we have 4 normals against Kabe, and Chess versus Warrior. We also have the team seeded 3rd lost to Kabe and will be facing the Hackflash. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's actually something bad. I can't imagine saying something bad here, but anyway, this is the bracket we're going to be streaming tomorrow. It's actually a semi-double elimination format, so it's very similar to the Blitz Premier Cup. So this is going to be a 12-team double elimination, but it's going to be a half double elimination. So that means you do want to finish in the top 2. If you finish in the 3rd place, you only have 1 life coming into this round. So if you lose in the lower bracket first round, you're out of this tournament. But if you finish the 1st or 2nd place, you're through to you're through with 2 lives. And this is going to be the bracket. We'll play all of them tomorrow, and the grand final will be the best of 7 series, and it will begin at 10 o'clock in Central European Summer Time. But tomorrow's stream will start earlier. It will be starting at 7 in the Central European Summer Time, and I do have to get ready now. It seems I am ready, but Casting Killer is being AFK. Now I don't have the perms, so really weird. Not sure what's going on. Alright, so let me just return to the waiting room. I am getting a file. Let me just load that in very quickly, and I think the game will begin very soon. and have some tea. We're in. Let's get in. We'll follow Jones versus Wooey. And they're not taking a lot of French stats though. They're going to be taking double 62p, VK72.1k. Very peculiar choice, and then the Vickers Light. On the other hand, Jones going for AMX50B, double i7 at T100 LT. So let's get in. Hope we're not going to load it way too late this time. Alright, we've loaded in way too late. And for some reason Code had decided to go B very quickly, and does seem Movie doesn't have a lot of support for that, and King Fire Death probably is going to be a next tank down very quickly. Big shot into our Mary. But looking at this, they're swarming into King Fire Death. Great shot into King Fire Death here by Mary. 2 vs 2 on the other hand, but once King Fire Death is killed, it's going to be a 1 versus well, it's going to be, ooh, that was a miss from Mary. King could potentially take this home, and now 3 vs 2, it looks to be going in favor of Jones. Great shot to Kiss, object 3 on fire, but now the fire's been extinguished, or is it just only, or maybe that's not a fire, that's just a glitch. But for some reason they allowed King Fire Death to get away from that. And that could come back and haunt them. With Mary now dead, well, that's a lot of hit points to... I mean, to compensate, really. And with that, Vickers Light down, it's easily going to be in favor of Jones. 1-0. That is. As we load it into the game way too late once again. We're trying. Let's look at the results. In favor of Jones, obviously, but I digress. Quite not posing a lot of challenge to Jones at the moment. Jones is finding the foothold in this one more easily than last fixture. And if they can win this one, they can qualify into the upper bracket final. So what it means is that they will be at least guaranteed of a top 3 position and a position for tomorrow's tournament. For some reason, oh, okay. They have done some switch ups. Rero is now coming in to the WeWe team. And Code is changing up a bit. Yep, we are ready. We'll go in to the next round, and it will be Neighbor Frontier. So let's get this transition up. Neighbor Frontier, Jones versus WeWe. And oh, for the love of God, this time we've loaded in a bit early. Great shot into reroll there. By whoops, oh, second shot, third shot into reroll. That's the entire clip into reroll. Well, definitely they won't be happy about this. King is now trying to run away, and Murray just chasing down Fire Dev. And this 1v1 is definitely going in favor of Murray, setting King alight. What more can you say about this? At this rate, Jones is definitely looking to secure another win and a spot for tomorrow's tournament. And that's not a difficult match at all for Jones. And they're just going straight and after shutting down that U100 right there. I believe it's not U100, it's reroll in the 60 TP. And then Vic is like being chased down by El Mary. That is some really gutsy stuff. That was really paid off for Jones. And they're looking to get Kaze out of this match here. And yes, it's a great kill. And finally we have code. And easily Jones got the upper hand. 2-0. They're through to the upper bracket final. And they have secured a place in tomorrow's tournament. They will find out whether they will get a third. Where they will get 1 life or 2 lives. The next match we're following will be the lower bracket third round, or the lower bracket semi-final, where one team will be eliminated from the entire tournament and one team will at least be getting the 3rd place. Our matches have ended really early here. So well done to Jones. I don't think this is another difficult match for them. They easily march towards the final, the upper bracket final, and there we are, 2-0, and we are done for now. And we will wait until like 15 minutes or so, and then let's see what team we're going to be facing next. All right, so looking at this, okay, so with invalids through to the next round, it has been updated accordingly. We is going to be joining 5K Hunters in the lower bracket first round, as 5K Hunters have beaten Jest 2-0. We're not going to be following this one. We're actually going to be following the upper bracket final. I'm sorry, just a bit confusion right there, and we will know the winner of this fixture. Push and Run versus Wicked Canigo. The winner of that will face Invalids, and so far, Invalids just marching strong. I mean, this is the 12th seeded team in this group. 5K Hunters is the 25th seeded team. They knocked out a 16th seeded team. So what we are left with is just only the 1st and the 7th seeded team potentially facing one another in this group. And yes, I mean, this pretty much confirms that the top 3 spot, because the loser of G2 of this fixture will go on to the lower bracket final here. Yeah, so at least it will be a top 3 position for whoever's there in the upper bracket final. That is what we're going to be facing next. So will Invats be facing some difficulty, or is it going to be an easy night for them again? An easy fixture for them again? We'll find out. But so far, it's not been really eventful. Well, let's also find out results of other groups. Let's look at Group 1. Group 1 we have... Oh, they're still playing at the moment. It's not been updated, obviously. At Group 3, we have Group 3. Okay, we have Resurrection knocking out the ninth seeded team. At least we'll be getting the spot for tomorrow, so well done to them. The Group 4. Group 4 we have. No, we don't have results yet. So you can, for now, look at the stream by Jordan. No, Jordan's not streaming. Who is streaming? No streaming. Oh, Robert is streaming at this group. You can follow Robert or Fujit. Their match is still going on, I suppose. The Group 3, Falcons is streaming that at the moment. So it's only me that the fixtures have finished. So pretty much that's it for me. I'm going to turn the lights on and I'll be back in a second. Alright, so we still have some match, some time left. I really hope my computer's not going to shut down. So, Group 2. Okay, so the next. So my laptop is really struggling at the moment. And I'll go back to Group 2. Okay, I'll have to go to this. Let me just close some applications here. That could be the reason why I'm struggling a lot with the graphics. Alrighty, my computer is not going to struggle. It's still struggling a lot at the moment. I have to open Task Manager. I have to close some apps potentially. Just wait for me for a few seconds, for a few minutes, while I tackle with the ongoing issues. Let me close teams. Kited. Let me also close this. Oh, hello C. It has been a very long time since you appeared on my stream. But I'm still struggling with a bit of computer issues. Or I believe. Okay, I believe I have things settled. Hopefully it's a lot better now. It's going to run smoother, and we'll be back in the game. Because we still have some time. Let's try with this quality of the graphics, with the quality of the graphics you're seeing here. I don't think I have time, because we're going in straight to the next one. So we'll try after this fixture then. Oh, I don't know. Why do I have you in my friend list? Let me find your room. Okay, I'm in the room. We will begin with Normandy. We only have 4 minutes. Device issue. So we still have a lot of time. We're still waiting for the winner. Well, we don't know which team. Oh, we are facing Push and Run next, who has beaten Wigo Canigo 2-1 in the tiebreaker. So at least they will be playing tomorrow. It will be Wee against 5K. And Wigo Canigo against Kaiser in Group 2. Group 1, we might have more. We have more results coming through. It's going to be 3 Musketeers against Nanotechnology. Meanwhile, Sons against J Serenity. I think it is comprised of players from Serenity. I think they're just making a meme of themselves with this team name. Basically, the J word is a Polish slang, not Polish slang, but a Polish bad word, profanity. So not something you want to say all the time. Group 3, we have Next Level versus Resurrection. So Next Level has beaten with 2-1. At least they have secured a place for tomorrow's matches for Next Level. But this is going to be an interesting one. Win basically has to win the next 2 fixtures in order to secure a place for tomorrow. Finally, Group 4. For Normalos against Warrior team, both of them have beaten their opponents 2-1 tiebreakers. So apparently our matches are probably the most one-sided. But that could very well change in this fixture, Invalids versus Push and Run, and I think I will change the scoreboard. Push and Run. Oh, so that's going to be a Veil team, but that's going to be a lot stronger than the previous 2 teams we have seen so far. This is going to be a battle to watch, definitely. Normandy, or otherwise known as Dorkamdy, 4 versus 4 matchup, but that's going to be a totally different story. So basically there are 4 caps there, but the reason why I say is Norkamdy is because the match could go on for a really long time. So you have a CD that could be somewhat easily obtained by the two sides, and that means a lot of attention will go to A. And that is very important. If you can get A, the tempo is going to increase a fair bit. But if both teams are looking at A, looking to reset whoever's going to go into A, while both of them have 1 cap each, then things are going to get really slow, because this is going to be a 3 cap points of increase per 2 seconds. So if you do the maths, there is a good chance that you will use up all 7 minutes before either team gets the 1000 cap point mark. And don't get me started on cap B. No one is able to get cap B. It's so exposed unless you're able to steal it under the nose, which is going to be really difficult. But you have the houses to shield you, but you could get shot from multiple angles, so no one is able to do that most of the time. So while I have told you what's going to be expected here, it will be Invalids versus Push and Run. I will go to the waiting room. This is going to be a big matchup. Unfortunately, Push and Run is lacking a player, so that could change soon. It will be the case. Source is going to come in to be the 4th player. Are we going to be expecting a more typical lineup here? Yeah, the VK72.01K. Last time I played this game, as far as I know, the VK72.01K hasn't been buffed, although it has been rumored to be buffed because of the consumables. So Whoopsie is going to be ready, and we're going to go in. We're going to be starting a little bit later. Whoopsie still polishing a little bit, and we'll be ready to go. Norkamdy, Invalids versus Push and Run, Jones versus Veil, pretty much. And yeah, this is going to be exciting to watch. And hopefully we're going to load in a little bit sooner this time. The first match, always the match where we have to load in a really obscene amount of time. Oh, we're still loading in. That is going to take us a really long time. Already one tank down, chop with it's now out of the match with the IS-7 now out, and we are still on the into the game. We haven't really got into the fighting yet. Wargaming do be really. Oh, we lost another tank array. Source is now taken out. It's now 4 vs 2. Whoopsie could be taken out here very quickly, but it's going to be not the case for. Oh, it's going to be the case. I don't think that username is going to be pronounced out loud here. But Fantastic's going to be low. Oh, that was a bounce. Potentially here we could see the blue team push and run, I believe. Can make a comeback here. The T100 LT is spinning around, but it's taken out by Gaseo. That leaves Old School the last person standing. And yes, we've loaded in really late. Not sure what happened there, but it seems Jones. I've got really aggressive actually because they are from the north spawn, while Raid is from the push and run. Blue teams from the south spawn. Obviously, I mean you can see the minimap. Jones is likely to be an aggressor. I know it's going to be removed from this battlefield, and it will be 1-0. And I believe the graphics quality could be to blame here. So let me fix this a bit while I do this in the background. So I'm not going to get ready yet. Let me just fix this. I'm really sorry, viewers. You're going to suffer from the low quality graphics here. 1-0 to this team, and the other 1-0 to the invalid team. And oh dear, it's high all around. Let me just oh, we don't need HD textures, do we? I hope this is now going to look a lot smoother, so we don't have to load it way too late. Okay, I'm now ready. So I apologize. You're going to suffer from extremely bad quality. But the trade-off is we're going to load it a lot quicker this time. I promise you. Or maybe not. Really, maybe not. Right. Back to our low quality graphics, but we have loaded in a lot sooner this time. We will know what Joe's going to do. Are they just going to go for a big push? Potentially, yes. This is... oh, maybe not. Push and run on what's going on. And there's going to be the M60 coming from behind. Allowing just goes straight in to get source out of this match. The hippos are actually quite close. For the first time tonight, we could see Jones lose this. They're focusing on source, but Real, I mean, Push and Run definitely know what's going on. Game plan. They've taken out Whoopsie, very important cue right here. Whoopsie, it's looking to get the full clip in, but only able to get one shot in. Gaseo's quite low. The hit points are still in favor of push and run. The change in the strategy works in favor of push and run, and now Fantastic, it's left to deal with the M60 here. And it's going to be a shot into M60. Yes, it will be a shot. Object 3 is looking to land that final blow onto the M60. Yeah, it will be the case. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. Gaseo is still very healthy here. And the drying, the close line. Oh, that was a big bounce from Old School. That can be very important. That means Jones able to reduce the deficit in hit points. 3 versus 2, they have the numerical advantage that could play into the favor of Chop and is able to get Fantastic out of the way first. To can't afford to bounce onto Gaseo Jones, and it will be a kill. Object 3 is tasked to carry Jones' team to the grand final here. Chopper needs to land a shell. Emerald Rack maybe? It's going to be a shell there. Old School still coming in. Object 3, big shot into Chopper, but it's going to be 1 versus 1. Object 3 versus Old School. DPM, it's a bit similar. I think ISM Object 3 has a bit of a favor here. A bit of an advantage here. But in terms of alpha, Old School has the advantage, and in this style of gameplay, the alpha could be very important. There's still 4 minutes to go. The match could drag on for a really long time, but the advantage is going in. It's going in favor of Old School. So really, unless Object 3 is able to trade one shell, Old School, if he doesn't panic, Old School will win this one for him. We'll see here what's going to happen. While both them are tussling around us playing racket. And we can see a shot in. Oh, great shot from Old School to Object 3 on the adrenaline now, but I think that is the heat shell. Also dropping the speed boost. Can Old School get another shell into Object 3? Object 3 on adrenaline. Oh, and it's a bounce from Object 3. Old School surely has this in the back. Very unfortunate bounce from Object 3, but these crucial bounces is what wins the game for them. And it will be 1-1. It will be 1-1. It will be 1-1. We're on a tiebreaker here, and we don't have a result just yet. Our next one will matter a lot here. Jones, they can't do what they did last time. Surely Push and Run has found the weakness in Jones's or Invalid's strategy. This is going to be the most important match of their lives. But they will lip sync, obviously. They're going to be lip syncing. No, they're going to play on Camstea. A showdown, I must say. And whoever wins this will at least have 2 lives in the next for tomorrow's games, and yeah. This is going to be important. Both teams have really competent players. We also see some PC players on the other team. PC supremacy, I must say. And yeah, there we go. We're going into the next match. the tiebreaker on Campsteer. Have a sip of tea. We're going into have a sip of tea, and we will start commentating. I don't know. This combination of Norcamdy and Campsteer surely is it's intentional. Not really ideal for commentators, you know, but Campsteer, why not? As we can see, Jones' red team marching into A. Rage going straight into C. And they're just going very aggressive there, but they're going to find no one. Because Jones is going to the other side. And they were going to get A first. And C will be left uncontested. This is going to go a lot quicker than expected. Both teams will have 5 cap points with 2 seconds of increase, but that's still not going to increase the rhythm of this match by a lot. But it will allow push and run to make a rotation at the end of this match. Right. So if you do the maths here, we do the maths here, we're looking at around blah 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 180 seconds left, with 3 minutes left to go before push and run needs to absolutely make a push. I say 3 minutes because there's like 1 minute or so more before one of the teams here will get 1,000 cap points, but usually teams will make a rotation at the 800 cap point mark. So we'll see if they're going to attempt getting me, and that will speed things up surely. But Jones definitely will try and get the crossfire in. Let's see, Object 3. I think no, they will get B. They will surely get B. Is it kind of intentional? I don't know. Object 3 doesn't want to get absolutely crossfired helmet there. They left it a little bit too late now. It's going to be Jones that needs to make a rotation, otherwise known as invalids. But some great shots into the holding tanks of push and run. So the hit points are now very close. And invalids haven't dropped any single hit points. Oh, there was an attack from Samurai, but it didn't hit anywhere. Gasay also tried to pick a shot in, but it also doesn't seem to come to fruition. Looking at Fantastic here, flanking from behind in an AMX with V, not the most ideal tank for that purpose. But you don't really want to get into the crossfire, into line of fire of this tank. 3 clips in the shell. That's more than 1,000 damage that could be dished out in in a matter of seconds. There we go. First shell into chop bomb, second shell, also in the chop bomb, a third shell into chop bomb. That's perfect, perfect clip 4, fantastic. And push and run has already made a move on to Gaseo. Gaseo's trying to buy as much time as possible, but that was in a huge favor of Invalids right now, and there was an ammo right there on to Gaseo Jones. And suddenly things have sped up a lot more, and hit points are now in favor of push and run. Surely push and run didn't see it coming. Neither does Invalids here. Object 3 trying to get a shot in before it's being killed, but it's a bounce, unfortunately. The cap was still in favor of the set GS team, but no, the push and run team. Fantastic. How can they do it? First show into Old School, but Samurai's trying to shoot Old School. It's going to be really difficult. Oh, it's an important kill there. Is it going to be enough though? Whoopsie's trying his luck. I don't know. 8 cap wins per 2 seconds to increase. Can they do it? Can they do it? They're trying to get a cap stop here. Whoopsie's now very low. Only 1 more kill. Oh, push and run are through. Condemning condemning Jones, condemning Invalids to the lower bracket final. What a turnaround! That ammo rack, everything is going so well for Invalids, but that ammo rack here, that ammo rack changes the entire momentum of the game here. I can't even really. I just. I don't know. I feel so sorry for Jones. Unfortunate. That was not this. That was undeserved. But that does not take away the brilliant performance from Push and Run. They surely deserve to be through tomorrow, and also we get 2 lives at least. Either way, Jones or Invalids team will not be out. Will not be eliminated yet. We will be seeing them again later tonight. We will be following, but that also means Push and Run will have more time for the break, and we're going to be following the next match very soon, in around 7 minutes. That was a great match, nonetheless. GG to both, and we're going in to the next one. We need to find the room. That's Tasking Killer. Well, there we go. I found you. And here we go. We'll look at the results now. And an unexpected turn of events Push and Run are through. And it will be VE1L versus Wigu Kinigo. The 5K has been knocked out. Well, kind of unexpected. I thought both teams would be quite close in skill. But this is going to be a match to watch. A really interesting one. And as for Group 1, in Group 1, the upper bracket final, we don't know the results, but Jason Rainey will be facing Nauseant. When the spark is through, they're going to find the opponent they're going to be facing next. Resurrection is through to the grand final. At least we'll be getting 2 lives. Oh, Win is through. Actually, I think. Oh, there are no shows. So Win will be getting. Will qualify to tomorrow's matches, and then we have a delay in Group 4. And yeah, that's pretty much. Our group is definitely the smoothest one so far. We're going to go in no time. I hope they haven't forgotten to put me into spectating. Hope they haven't started yet. Oh, sure they haven't. I'm not sure what to make of this one. And let's get the names up. It will be VE1L versus we go. So let me get it straight. We go. Okay. Hopefully we'll be loading in a bit sooner this time. Oh, and Nubita is playing. He will be streaming tonight though. Oh, we're in now. It does seem like VE1L is going to go straight in. But can they do it? Wigo has caught the entire VE team in crossfire. They're trying to get Noob Meter. They're focusing Noob Meter. Noob Meter won't be happy about this focus, surely. He's trying his best to survive as long as possible, but getting code out of this battlefield is going to prove to be important, because that means that big push from Wiggle is not going to be worth it. Case is going to get Finn potentially next. Oh, there was an attempt to ram into that Team 100 LT, but it has proven to be unsuccessful. Big shot into Finn there from Case. It's now 2 versus 2. Two really healthy heavy tanks, 2 really healthy VK72. But it seems this lineup surely paid off for Wiggle, as Kiss is now the final person standing for VE team. And this is going to be 1-0 for Wiggle. And we're going to be finding out soon how the second match is going to play out. I think we're going to be seeing a big shot from People Sit. Double tap there, and just only 1 shot, and Kiss will be out. Will be 1-0 for Wiggle. And there we go. Chillax, a great shot to Kiss. 1-0. It will be. There we go. Great job to Wiggle. Completely predicted VE to go for a big push, and definitely this push should not have come, but then you really don't know that will have been the case. Yep, so we will be seeing 1-0 so far for Wiggle, and the winner of this will qualify for tomorrow's tournaments. The loser of this will be out of this tournament entirely. We'll be seeing what's going to happen next. Only 3 people watching so far. Don't know if the stream's still going up. Hope so. And we will be going into the second match on Middleburg. VE versus Wiggle. Let's go to Middleburg again. This time, Wiggle dropped a VK in favor of an AMX-72V. Will this work out for them, or will it not work out for them at all? Let's head up high and find out now. So the red team's going up to the... No, interesting move from the Team 100 LT. Not sure it... Oh, spot up Chillaxa. Might be wrong about this route. It's a very peculiar route there. I'm not sure it's going to give VE enough information. We're going to be seeing a big push coming in there. No, I don't think you can get a run now. We're seeing some big 80 shells from behind. Noob Meter looking to get K's, and good night to Team 100 LT. 1 tank up for Wiggle now. They also got A, so it will be A, B captured here. Big shot into code. They still have a lot of hit points, but VE is in a defensive position. If they try to push, it can end really badly for them. So what Wiggle is trying to do right now is just going to go back into defensive position because they have caps, they have hit points. They just have to wait for VE to make a push. It's all they need to do. They don't have to risk too much. Because this match is going to matter a lot for them. If they can win this one, they are through to tomorrow's matches, and they will be having the... I mean, they will have one of the most difficult matches tonight for them so far. And that will decide whether they will have 1 life or 2 lives. C will be captured here, but that is not going to help a lot. And that will prevent them from needing to get all 4 tanks out, potentially. But maybe not. They still have lots of health points to... lots of cap points to reduce here. That gap is substantial. And those 4 tanks are so closely grouped to one another. Really onto the red team to make a push to try and get A. But that's going to be a completely expected move. But it's exactly what Wiggo's going to do. Wiggo's going to go to get Kane Fire Death out of the way. With also the entire Wiggo team, VE team very isolated. I mean, if they try to get B, that's going to be good news for Wiggo because that's so spread out. You can't really get a tank out of this in this situation. That's a bit too much for them. They should ignore B entirely, but that's not going to do much for them. A is still in the hands of Wiggo. Code is going to kill people sit. That's going to buy some time for them, but that's not going to be enough for them. Oh, that was a bounce from Kiss, and that kill right there will send we'll send Wiggo into the lower bracket final. At least will qualify to tomorrow's matches. Yeah, I think lots of inexperience shown from VE's team. You don't do that in when you have a cap deficit. First of all, you don't spread your team way too much when you're trying to make a push. Surely setting a team to a tank to A is too predictable. Definitely. With Chillaxer, Nubita and Finn and people sit playing 2 minutes for a really long time, they know what to expect in this situation. So that is completely predictable move from them, and certainly don't get a cap while your teams get pushed. That's setting a signal when you have even have a numerical advantage. That was pretty much a 2 versus 4 right there. How can you deal with a 2 versus 4? You can't really win this one. That would require to pull off a miracle, especially when those 4 tanks are so healthy. You can't do that. So first of all, really get your numbers right, and second of all, don't be too predictable. Yeah, don't be too predictable. That's a comfortable win for Wiggo. And now we're going into the lower bracket final, and that will start in around 20 minutes, I think. And who is going to be the room moderator here? That's going to be Tastic, and also going to stay in this room. All right, so let's switch to the screen. So the top 3 of this, the top 3 of this group will be Push and Run, Invalid, and also Wiggo Can Ego. So these 3 teams will qualify to the final stage tomorrow, right? So the match we're going to be following next will decide whether the team will get 1 life or not. And this is going to be a huge battle for both teams here. It's going to be very closely matched, so I am going to be interested to see who is going to come out on top. And then Group 1, we have 3 Musketeers, 2-1. That was a close match, qualifying into the grand final. Then Jason Renity still playing against Norsean. The winner will face Nanotechnology. Group 3. Don't sure. I think the matches will start at the specified time. Still 20 minutes to go. Next Level versus Winners Back. And finally, Group 4. We have Phenomenals 2-0 against Warrior Team, and because this is a delayed match. Russian tradition. Still waiting for chess players. The result of chess players versus E's loss. And Robert will have to wait for some time for that. And the maps will be Canal and Yukon. George saying it's like their team. Well, we still have a lot of time. I think that can be excused. Or they are trying to get a quick start. I didn't know what's their minds now. Let's go and see if they want for a quicker start. Yeah. And while we are waiting, do we have music to entertain you? No. So let's go to the lounge and we will entertain you with some music. And Money Blaster is not going to be important here. These are the results for Money Blaster. But we're not going to. You're going to, you know, strip up. I'm going to let you enjoy the lounge. Nothing much to see. You're going to wait. Pretty much. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, so finally, E's loss is going to be facing Russian tradition. Will be played in a minute. So I think Robert will have a longer stream than most of us. So we will follow their stream after all the matches of our groups have commenced. For now, there's not a lot going on. I'm going to wait and let's see if I can. I think play some music while we wait. Okay, hopefully that's going to buy some time for waiting. 15 minutes to go. So yeah, I'll see you soon. Right, so 12 more minutes to go. And yeah. Let's see. We don't have more results, do we? Oh, J Serenity is through. And then group 3. No, we're waiting for group 4's result very much. And then we have 9 minutes to go. Don't think I should risk playing a match. But we still waiting. Oh, let me change the scoreboard. Oh, there it's invalids versus Wego. Okay, so the players are now here. we might see an earlier start. We might see an earlier start. We will see what the room moderator is going to do. Jones versus Invalids versus Wiggle Canigo. Wiggle and here. But we're not going to change. We're not going to change. Yet we're not going to change the screens yet because I can see the lineups, but neither can the following players that are in this room could. So I'm not going to change the overlay, but yeah, with Invalids making the way, we're going to begin with Canal. Object 3, it's on the subs bench for this match. No, it's going to be Al Murray, which is going to be on the subs bench this time round. Just only have 4 minutes to go until the beginning of the first match. Hopefully we will load it a lot quicker this time. Okay, I'm now I'm now spectating. We could begin very soon. Yes, we will begin. We will begin early tonight. Canal. We can ego on the blue team. Invalids on the red team. We will now fly to the sky and whoopsie. Now going to the southeastern corner. B is going to be captured first. Finn in the 60 TP getting B. Looking at the double T100 LT, looking to secure A with the double 100 LCs. Interesting idea from Wiggle here. Looks like they're looking to get the cap lead as the bargaining power, as the bargaining item there. Not sure. I can't remember the phrase that I was going to use, but it will be Invalid's team that needs to make a rotation because they don't have the cap lead. but the difference is really minuscule. So what Invalids need to do, they need to reduce the amount of hit points that the blue team, Wigo, has. But so far both teams haven't dropped any single hit points. So inherently, Wigo has an advantage, but just a tiny advantage. One shot could definitely turn things around. The double T1 and LT is really trying to come from both sides, trying to get more spots. They have good view range. That is to say. But can they coordinate together? That's the main question, and Gaseogen is going deeper and deeper. If Fim is getting spotted, Fim is actually going to be surrounded by Invalid's forces, and that's not going to spell good. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good for them at all. Object 3 is spotted. They're approaching this slowly. They still have a lot of time. Both teams have 6 cap points of increase per 2 seconds. We are just talking about a minute ago, around a minute ago, before Invalid needs to make a big push onto Wigo. You can see there's a lot of tension going on, but both teams don't want to be careless at all. Great shot from Chillax onto Gaseo Jones. I think Gaseo Jones tries to pick up using this push. It wasn't successful, unfortunately, and I think Wigo has found a weak spot there. Gaseo could be the weak spot, but we'll see. Up above can be very important. They just need to work on a crossfire, but the hit was still really close. Fim is really low. Gaseo is the first time down, but followed closely by Fim. The hit was still very close, but we are now seeing Invalids now getting the upper hand with the hit points, or maybe not. Just a really tiny advantage here from Wigo here. Chillax, oh, that was a big bounce from Chillax onto Murray. Murray needs to get a shot into Chillax, and that would be the case, leaving Chillax onto a one-shot 2 versus 2. Show that bounce here from Chillax. Oh, that has bought some time for Jones to get the caps. Object 3 looking to get that big shot in onto Chillax and leave only one time remaining. Whoopsie needs to do everything he could to circle people's sits. He can't afford to lose that tag. He is really mobile. This is going to be the crucial factor for Jones, for Invalid, whatever it's going to be. People's sits, can he carry this? The cap points are in favor of Invalid as well, so this is going to be a monumental challenge. Huge challenge for Wigo Canigo. Unfortunately, I think this is going to spell the end of Wigo 1-0 to Valence. And whoopsie, unless people get a big ammo rack, which is not going to happen at all, they're going to win by caps. Well done. That was really close. 1-0 it will be. There we go. 3 tanks summon 2k for Jones for Invalid's team. That is a wonderful, wonderful performance. And that sends Invalid's team an advantage. And yeah, we're on to Canal again. And there we go. Wigo versus Wigo needs that point back. 1-0. Invalids on the advantage, but we know what happened last time. Invalids had the advantage, but got reverse swept I put an push and something, I forgot. Push and ram, I think. I forgot the team name there. That's the team that the winner of this fixture will face next. And if Invalids win the next one, they will have 2 lives. The blue team, Wicked Canadian, will only have 1 life. And this is going to be vital for both of them. Although they are through to tomorrow's games, both teams want to have at least 2 lives going into the first round that they're going to be battle first. Oh, great crossfire from Invalid's team. Wicked Canadian tries to be aggressive on B, found no one, got crossfired terribly. Hit points are in favor of Invalids. Inherently, that is really good job from them. I hope they keep it up and don't mess it up really badly. Oh, Garcia Jones got a little bit careless, got a few shots in from Wigo Canigo. The hit points are back in favor of Wigo. And Emery and also Whoopsie trying to get more crossfire. Noob Eater and also Fim are in terrible situation. They're going to pull back. They can't get B. The cat points are still in favor of Invalids. They try and get C as well. That's going to pressure Wigan even more. And I mean, this is looking really good for Invalids. They have the positions. They have the cat points. Wigan Candigo. That's going to rely on Chalexis to get the spots up. The sales actually ready for this. So with them prepared at every angle, this is going to get really difficult to watch very soon. We're going to be seeing Whoopsie doing 1 versus 1. Oh, and Murray getting hit by a big roll there. Chilex is definitely looking for Murray. They look to get Murray out of the match, but it was a miss. So Chilexa, can he actually get out of this situation? But at the same time, Invalids got a lot of bounces and misses, and Murray, oh, big shot to Chilexa there. Unable to get Murray out of the fight. That is important. Gasero is now removed from this battlefield, but Murray's still alive. How important this is for Invalid's team. And then that means now Fim is the last person standing. Surely this is going to send Invalids to the grand final, and they will get 2 lights for tomorrow's matches. Well done to Invalids team. Fim is now down to 1 shot, and Murray kills Fim, and this is a decisive victory for Invalids team. Sadly, Wigo Candigo will bow tonight of the group stage. They will get 3rd, but they are still in for tomorrow. But they will go in with only 1 life. Well done to both teams here. In particular, Invalids team. That's push and run that I was talking about. So, well done here. I'm not sure they're going to get a quick start now, but we're going to be saying goodbye to Wicked Canigo now. We're going to wait for push and run. The 2-0 for Invalids team. And we are actually the first group to have the teams of grand finals finalized. Unfortunately, other groups, the game's still going on, so I do recommend you to watch those streams. Although tonight's viewership is pretty poor, single digits most of the time. Hopefully that will be better tomorrow. And yeah. And I'm just going to stay here. I'm not going to play any matches. We might start really early if both teams are ready. It will be once again push and run versus Invalids. This is going to be a rematch. I'm very interested to see how this will play out. This is a great a great matchup, definitely. So we begin with Vineyards, and then we'll finish off with Molendyke. I have yet to ask Ambernet for the correct pronunciation of this map, so I apologize if I butcher the pronunciation of this map named Molendyke. There we go. Hello, Treadhead Pete. How are you? You're one of the 4 people still watching this stream, so I do really appreciate you joining here. But yes, we are very early. We still have like 15 minutes to go according to the schedule. We could end very quickly if both teams decided to finish playing very quickly. Or start really early. Group 1. Oh, nanotechnology 2-1 against J Serenity. So it's going to be a rematch. Group 3, another rematch again in the grand final. When it's back, it lost to next level 02. And finally, Group 4, they're still playing. Obviously, start time is really might be a bit too early for them because the lower bracket semi-final it was a bit late. It started late. Russian Tradition won 2-0. They're facing Warrior Team. The winner of that will face 4 Nominals. Will it be another rematch of the upper bracket final? We'll find soon. But But at the moment, this is the group that we haven't known the result for the lower bracket final. Other groups we know the result, and we will see if we're going to go for an early start. Not sure what you mean by that. I certainly haven't been broadcasting something erroneous on the screen. We have 10 more minutes to go. Maybe there is someone coming in. We could, I don't know, just popped in for a few seconds and got back out of the room. So on paper we still have 8 more minutes to go, and while we are waiting, let's see if we have results for group 4 yet. 2-1 win for Russian Tradition. So this is going to be the group that we aren't seeing a rematch. Warrior team sadly will have to settle for 3rd place and only have 1 life for tomorrow's matches. We are seeing someone coming in, but I don't think that's the team. That is part of the 2 teams we're going to be seeing now. Oh yeah, well, that's true. I still surprised that YouTube hasn't brought those bot accounts down yet. But we are still waiting. Only 6 more minutes to go according to the schedule. So I hope that they will show up sooner or later. Okay, now players are coming in. Push and run versus Invalids. Invalids team have most of their players have now joined the room, and 2 players from Push and Run have joined the room. So we're going to be seeing Tast and Killer getting them into the right places. So 3 more minutes to go. We're very likely not going to get an early start this time. But I think Invalids have 3 players, Pusher Row has 3 players as well. Just missing 1 player from each team. I can't change the overlay because I'm spectating still. You can see the tanks both teams are taking, so I have to keep that secret for now. Oh, so Pusher Run has 4 players now, just missing Invalids, the final player. Fantastic. Not there yet. I think will come in to be the 4th player potentially, and I think there is 1 more, which I kind of forget. Kaseo Jones. Kaseo Jones will come in soon. So we'll see if Murray is going to play in the grand final. But this is not going to matter too much. It's going to matter. The seeding is going to matter more, but we don't really know exact ability of those teams. So this is pretty much a show match, I would say. I don't think it's going to be as close as the previous ones. Surely this is going to be a bit of a training match for tomorrow. But we will see now. Fantastics now come in. Agents probably as well. I will go into Vineyards. Murray's going to play. Agent's not going to play, probably. Yep. We'll change the overlay, and we'll see both teams now getting ready. It will be It will be Vale taking double T100 LTs, double IS7s, Jones, one T100 LT, double 60 TP, and then IS7. This will be the final match. Vineyards final match. Trap Heat, but tomorrow you'll be blessed with a lot of matches. It's going to be a really long stream tomorrow. That will last for more than 3 hours. I will start now early than today. But we'll start now. We're going into Vineyards. We're hoping for a quick start this time. Hoping to load into the game a lot quicker than before. Yeah, we're going to load in really quickly this time. That's really good. Lowering the graphics certainly helped. So we're going to be seeing Vale. No, it's going to be push and run, riding high after a reverse sweep against Jones, against Invalid team. Looking at Al Murray in that team now saying B is going to be captured by Old School, not spotted yet. Old School using those houses as shield. We can see some peg buildings around. A lot of peg buildings actually. They decided to go fancy. I mean, Wargaming decided to go really fancy. Loads of peg buildings showing up, and Object 3 missing onto Source God. So far there are lots of shots, but those shots have hit the ground. That's going to scare people. Going to scare them a little bit. And he's been captured now. Push and Run has 2 caps. That will pile a lot of pressure, cap pressure onto Invalid team. Whoopsie, big shot on the top, and that seems to be a trade that is worth doing so. But Object 3 receiving a shot going up high like that, risking getting shot again from Old School. Hit was in favor of Invalids. They're really trying to play their trade game here, but Source God potentially not getting Object 3 Samurai sneakily in that position. It's a bounce, sadly, because it's a frontal armor, the heavy frontal armor that's going to come with a lot of risk. Invalid's trying to get A, but seems not to be successful. Invalid's trying to play a slow game right here. It's going to be a hard one to defend. Can they do it though? Big shots onto Whoopsie. They're really not panicking. Great shot from Old School onto Whoopsie. Whoopsie dropping so many hit points now. There is a counter attack mounting from Push and Run. That was a bounce from Object 3. Great shot onto Whoopsie from Old School. Definitely. Push and Run didn't face at all, and that hit that the miracle advantage is going to play in favor of Push and Run, with Old School now looking to get El Mary out of the way. Great ram from Old School. That didn't go too well for Invalid. Source God is now dead. El Murray is now dead. 3 versus 2. It was still in favor of Invalid's team, but look at how much closer the forces of Push and Run now are. I will be very surprised if they don't win this one here. Great kill to Object 3. Fantastic is going to be the one that is going to carry the team. But no, with Push and Run having 2 caps for the majority of the match, all they need to do is to survive, and they did it accordingly. 1-0 to Push and Run, and one more win, and Push and Run will get the first seeding for tomorrow. Great job to Push and Run here. Fantastic match. Didn't fluster at all when Invalid's team made the slow push. Really didn't go in favor of Invalid's. Whoopsie, losing so many hit points on the crossfire while doing so. 1-0. Well done to Push and Run, and we're going back to Vineyards. not a great start for Invalid's team. There is still a chance. There is still a chance, but this is going to get. Task Killer, you noob, you forgot to change your spots. Hopefully that's going to change this time. You don't want to see a blooper like that again. Task Killer, be mindful next time. I think the spawn's been changed. That they know what tanks they're going to be taking. And will that mean their plans been shown? It's 4 versus 4. It's not a common format in this game. I will head up high. Invalids versus push and run. Double T100 LTs. Let's say both teams know it's just going to be invalids. No, it's push and run, take a double T100 LTs, and look how sneakily these two 200 LTs are doing. I try to get a unspotted. Samurai is going to run away from this. The double T 60TP's been spotted. A's captured. Cap was once again in favor of the red team. So we're going to be seeing Object 3 getting closer to A. And B could be captured by Invalids, but that's not going to mean that Invalids will get the cap lead back, because both teams at this point will have one cap and both teams will have the same rate of increase for the cap points. So that means it's still there's still a lot to do for Invalids in order to win this one. And we are potentially seeing T1 LTs getting C as well. There is an advantage and a disadvantage doing so. Advantage, pressure, more cap pressure for Invalids. Disadvantage, a push coming in from Invalids. They know that this is the best opportunity. They are to potentially spread out, but they are completely ready for this. So that the hit was still in favor of Invalid's team, but Whoopsie once again dropping so many hit points. He's going to be tasked to get A this time. Source is going to be the focus for Invalids. Is push a run rate for this. They're going to get Invalid's going to get A. It will be the case. They got A. Ooh, big shots coming in. Source is now dead. Whoopsie is now dead. The hit was in huge favor of Invalid's team right now, and this seems that disadvantages outweigh the advantages for capturing C. It exposed the positions of push and run. Invalids made a decisive move to make a push soon after, with Samurai and Old School both down. Chop them, the last person standing. We are going to a tiebreaker here. We're witnessing a tiebreaker. Chop them just not going to shoot at all. It's going to go back to Garage, and there we go. Shooting to the sky. 1-1. And the winner of this one will get the first seeding for tomorrow. None of them will be eliminated here tonight. Both teams are still through. 1-1, well done to Jones in that team. And quickly, let's go to the tiebreaker. It will be, it will not be Vineyards. It will be Molendyke. This is a rare new map. I think it will be played in the spring game, so teams need to train a lot on this map. It's going to be an uncharted territory. There will be lots of strategies that you could try on this map, and push and run going for the unorthodox double VK72.01K here. I don't think there are new consumers. Maybe there are new consumables on this tank now, but Mondike. How will both teams approach this one? This is going to be very interesting to me. So let's head up high and see Invalids going for the A side, their blue team. Meanwhile, the red team will be push and run, going mostly to the city side. And yeah, Samurai is going to go in C in no time. But Murray got into A first. There is the airship, burning airship, crashing into the fields. But A will be obtained. C will be obtained as well. Both teams having 1 cap each. It's all on B now. 5 cap points of increase for 2 seconds. And Samurai going back to the spawn. Going to get spots, preventing Invalids from getting too aggressive here. Now Murray going to approach this one a little bit carefully here. Quite aggressive position he has here, but can be very exposed if he's spotted. But you're seeing 3 tanks really hunkering down in the middle. Chop them might be in trouble. Old School spotted. Invalids may have an idea where the tanks are positioned. Great shot from Murray onto Old School. That is a great trade there. Still the hit was in favor of push and run. So there's still a lot more to do for Invalid side. They still need a big row from their end in order to bring their hit point advantage to their favor. They still have the cap point advantage, so it's all on the red team push and run to make a rotation. So it's getting really dull. I'm not sure it's going to be the norm for tournaments, because both teams really not moving an inch. Maybe not now. The blue team push and not push and run. Blue team, which is Invalids, going to make a push, counter push from their spawn. Samurai barely manages to run away from the potential onslaught of the Invalids team. So it's now going to be a defensive maneuver for Invalids here. Invalids actually doing an aggressive move, but that aggressive move might be read from Invalids from Push and Run. So Push and Run is on the defensive for a few seconds now that Invalids team might not make a push. Oh, they're going to make a big push. On to Chop. This could be a great move because it's a VK72.01K. It's lagging behind near those buildings. If they could take out Chop quickly enough, the advantage is theirs. Chop can he survive for long enough? I don't think so. Old School misses on the fantastic, not a good miss there, but that's pretty much a free tank out for Push and Run. And all they need to do is get the focus. They need the focus. Looking for Old School next, but the hit points are in huge favor. Samurai, unfortunately, is shut down. Is surrounded. Which is trying his best to prevent Samurai from running away, trying to use his tag to his full potential, and we're seeing this time Invalids making a comeback here. Not Push and Run. Push and Run winning 1 match at start, but Invalids won 2 in the end. Great job to Invalids. That was great timing here. Great job in winning that one really well. Getting Chop off guard. VK72.01K. I think they were a little bit slow. Just fantastic performance from Invalids. Surely a contender for this tournament, and there we go. 1,000 cap points, all 4 kills, not losing 1 single tank. And it will be them getting the victory, getting the first seeding for tomorrow. And this is it for me. Thank you all for watching. Let me get the analysis. Not the analysis. Let me get the results for other groups. With Invalid winning, Group 3, Resurrection has won. That is not a not a comeback here. Oh, but Russian Tradition 2-1 against Vodominos. Unexpected, but well done to Russian Tradition. Finally, we have Nanotechnology. Oh, that was a comeback there as well. 2-1 against Three Musketeers. So I think we know the seeding for tomorrow for final stage. Not going to dwell onto that too long. You will know tomorrow what's going to be a seeding, but the start time is going to be an hour earlier than today. So tomorrow will be a really long night. Will last for at least 3 hours. But hey, this is all for me. This is Bio's Helper. I will see you all tomorrow, and thank you all for watching. Not good viewership tonight, but maybe tomorrow will be better. But anyhow, they're updating the final stage. We might wait a little bit. Oh, maybe not. They're going to take some time. I think this is public information. You can go to the link in on the Discord server of VE1L to see the exact